afternoon, everybody. I want to thank all you guys for being here today. I want to know how many of you guys are scared of needles? How many of you are afraid to get shots? Well, hopefully after I talk to you guys tonight about giving blood, you guys will consider it and not be afraid of needles for just one time. You can make a difference and donate blood. And did you know that every second of every day somebody needs a blood transfusion, or they just need a lot of units of blood, not just one transfusion? I want to show you this picture of my daughter. She was born on September the 14th, 2004. She was preemie, and she weighed 3 pounds, 7 ounces. And when she was in the hospital, about the third day after being in the NICU, they told me that she needed a blood transfusion because her blood count levels were low and she needed one immediately. So I was ready to go and give her, or donate some blood for her, but they had already found someone that had donated blood before. And that made me realize how important it is for people to donate blood, because you never know when somebody's going to need it. Anyone can make a difference and donate blood, and I hope that you guys will consider it. The transfusions, when you donate blood, the transfusions from the blood that they give to the patients are from red blood cells, platelets, and plasma. And all three of those help patients get back to their health if they're really sick. Some individuals that require blood, I have some pictures here. Here's another baby. Ill babies need blood transfusions. Sometimes patients that are in surgery need blood because they lose a lot of blood during surgery. Also, cancer patients, they need blood platelets. And then we also have burn victims and victims that have bad car accidents. And victims that are a part of bad car accidents, they lose a lot of blood, and they need up to 100 units of blood to get them back to good health, sometimes even more. But you don't have to be any special person to give blood. You just need a good reason to give blood. You don't have to necessarily have someone tell you, go give blood. You just have to do it on your own out of the kindness of your heart. It's estimated that in the United States, every 3 seconds, somebody needs blood. Currently, there are more than 4,000 gallons of blood being used every day for patients. And the amount is increasing, and we don't have enough blood to meet the demands of the patients that need it. It is stated here that 85% of us will eventually need a blood transfusion. You never know when you're going to get sick and when you need one, and that amount's also increasing. And it's sad to say that only 38% of the United States population is eligible to donate blood. But also sad because all 38% of the United States does not donate blood. Only 5%. And blood banks are running low, and there's not enough blood to meet the demand. So, can any one of you guys tell me why we don't have enough blood in our blood banks? Anyone maybe? Well, I think I know why there's not enough blood in our blood banks. The Cullens. They took all the blood from the blood bank. 4 fell out. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Sadly, that's not true, but we do need to have more people donate blood. And if we would just have enough people, just even one more person than we do now, it would help a lot, because only 1 pint of blood that you donate serves 3 lives, and that's good. It saves 3 people. As adults, we have 10 to 12 units of blood running through our body, and yes, we need all the blood that we have, but it won't hurt to donate some of it, right? So, if you donate blood, and if you want to become a regular donor, you can donate every 56 days. And if you want to donate platelets for cancer patients, it's every 3 days. only 7% of people in the United States have the universal blood type, which is O negative. That means they can donate to anybody, and I can donate to anybody because I have that blood type. But not everybody can donate to me. So, I'm hoping that most of you by now are considering donating blood. And I'm sure you guys want to know what it entails, so here, a lot of people don't know if they can donate blood or not, and most people that I've talked to before say, well, they have tattoos, or they smoke, or they have piercings. But the rules are, that I learned from the MD Anderson Hospital, is that if you have a tattoo or piercing, as long as it's from a licensed faculty or facility, that it's fine, but it has to be at least a year after you got it. And smokers, they can donate, but their hemoglobin isn't as healthy as a person who doesn't smoke. So, either way, there's really no petty reason why you can't donate blood. Because if you can get tattoos, you can donate blood. So I can guarantee you that a tattoo hurts more than giving blood. And it costs way more. So, donating blood is fairly simple and it's not painful at all. If you're at least 17 years old, you can donate blood. In some states you can be 16 years old, but here in the state of Texas, you can donate blood if you're 16, but you have to have a written consent from your parents to let you donate. You also have to weigh at least 110 pounds, and you have to be very, very healthy. The donation process takes about an hour, but it only takes an hour, or it only takes 10 minutes to donate blood. First, you donate a pint of blood, and then they also take several tubes from your, when they stick you, they take several tubes of blood, and then you donate a pint of blood. And here are some of the steps that you have to, that they do. The first one is you register. You have to sign out some paperwork. You have to show your ID or identification of some kind. The next, they do like a small physical. They check your blood pressure. They poke your finger, check your hemoglobin levels. And they just ask you some questions in private and make sure everything is okay for you to donate. And then step 3 is, I guess, again, they check your vitals and everything. And then the third one, they check while you're giving blood, they have to monitor your blood pressure to make sure that it's not going up or down while you're donating blood. And like I said, it only takes 10 minutes to donate a pint of blood. After that, they give you some refreshments because you probably need them after that. Not in a bad way, just because that's what they do. They also give you a nice t-shirt, and then you'll have some nice neon tape on your arm. You walk around feeling good because you donated a pint of blood, which means that you just saved someone's life. When you donate blood, you lose some red blood cells, but within 24 hours, your body restores your blood. And within 10 days, any red blood cells that you've lost during the donation will be replaced. Also, if you do decide to be a donor, it's good to make sure that you have that you drink a lot of water before you go in there. You need to make sure that you're well hydrated. You need to take or to eat like a really good, or like the first 2 weeks. Let's say now you decide that you're going to donate blood, so 2 weeks from now, you need to have a good iron diet. You need to eat as much stuff that you can that has a lot of iron, because that'll help you as well when you donate blood. And then if you are on any kind of medications, you need to take those as well to make sure that you can donate blood with that kind of medicine that you're on. But as you can see, the process isn't that bad. It's simple. It's not painful. I mean, it might hurt just a little when you get poked in. It's not bad. But if you donate a pint of blood, like I said, you'll save 3 lives. And by donating blood, you never know, you might be using your blood to save your own life. I know that in the time that we have when you're the one in the hospital, or you know somebody that's in the hospital, you always think that they have everything that you need there. Like, sometimes you have all the faith that there's going to be everything you need, like all the blood that you need. So, but that's not always the case. There's going to be some times when there's not what you need. And just imagine that you or somebody that you love, or someone that you know really well, is in desperate need of blood. Let's say they got in a car accident. They needed 100 units of blood, but they only had 50. And you have the attitude that you don't want to donate blood, but you see your loved one that needs blood. What are you going to do? I mean, you would do anything in your power, right, to save that person. So I bet you and you go out and find somebody that would help you donate some blood. Or, for example, this is my grandpa, and he's 75 years old. He has multiple myeloma, excuse me, and he was strong enough to produce his own red blood cells, but in most cases, some patients aren't strong like him. And some patients do need to have blood transfusions and red platelets like him. People that have critical cancer need red blood count levels need to go up, so they need the platelets. But what if there wasn't any for your grandpa or for my grandpa? You always have to put yourself in other people's shoes, because if you feel the way you do about someone that you love that's hurt and sick, well, we also have to think about how other people feel and how their families feel. They have someone that's hurting and that's in need. But just imagine if we didn't have enough blood, or if there was a Marine or someone that was hurt so bad and they needed blood and there's not enough. I know some people don't think it's really important to donate blood, but as I went through this research and tried to do this speech, I learned a lot. And there's really a shortage in blood. There really is. And I think it is important that people should donate blood. Because if there wasn't enough, we would feel really helpless, especially if it was my grandpa, if it was my mom, my sister, or anybody that I loved, anyone that was close to me. I would want somebody to have had donated something. Any donation. It doesn't have to be every 56 days. It doesn't have to be every 3 days. But once a year would be great. You never know when someone you know will need blood. And you never know when it's going to be you. Things happen unexpected in life. And that blood is the most important thing in our bodies. If we don't have blood, there's nothing. We have to have blood to survive. And you don't have to be a doctor to save lives. You can save a life on your own just by donating blood. So by that being said, just donate blood. And hopefully today you guys will all leave out of here and think and consider donating blood. Just one time. Even though you're afraid of needles, just think inside your head that there's somebody out there who's hurt